touring the pyramids. Mike was an archaeologist who went to the pyramids to study ancient writings. When the man was walking deeper and deeper into one of the pyramids, he got lost. Mike came across 3 doors that could lead him back to the main hall, but there was a trap behind each of them. The first one hid a minefield. Behind the second, there were 3 hungry crocodiles. If Mike opened the third door, he would see bows shooting arrows 2 feet above the ground. Which is the safest exit? The last door. Mike can crawl under the arrows and head to safety.
Or he could just turn into a waterfowl and duck.
The correct envelope. Anna majored in accounting at university. Her roommates wanted to test her intelligence. They took 3 envelopes and wrote some questions on them. Then they put the answers to Anna's exam questions in one of the envelopes. Only one envelope had a truthful message written on it. The other 2 were false. Anna wasn't allowed to open the envelopes and could only pick one. The first message read, "There are no exam answers here." The second was, "The exam answers are here." And the third message read, "The exam answers aren't in the second envelope." Which envelope should Anna pick? The third one. It tells the truth, which means the exam answers are in the first envelope. Who's the smartest in the class?
Oh, that's easy, I am.
One day, the school principal came to Mrs. Julia's class to check who was the smartest student. He gave each of the students a glass bottle with a wooden stick inside. He told them the first person to get the stick out would get a scholarship. There were 2 rules. The students couldn't remove the cork, and they couldn't break the glass. After a few seconds, Jake had the answer. Can you guess it? He pushed the cork inside the bottle, flipped it upside down, and shook the stick out.
How the heck do you study for a test like that?
Who's the liar? Joanna and Josh were on their honeymoon. On the first day, they went sightseeing and left all their stuff in the hotel room. When they came back, someone was standing outside their door trying to get in. The couple called the receptionist right away, but the man claimed Joanna and Josh owed him some money for the tours they'd taken in the past 4 days. The receptionist knew the man was lying right away. How did he figure it out? It was the couple's first day in the hotel. A distressing trip. Scott and Mary were on vacation. One day, Mary told Scott she couldn't go to the beach with him because she was feeling unwell. When Scott came back to the room to grab his phone, Mary was gone. He found her by the pool and asked, "Are you alone here?" She nodded, but Scott immediately realized she was lying. How? There were 2 drinks on her table and 2 fruit platters. A lost photographer. Alan was on a mission to take some nature pics for his blog. As he was walking through the forest, he fell into a deep pit. He tried to climb out of it, but when he held on to one rock, it gave way, and water started to pour inside. The pit was filling fast. Alan saw a deflated ball, an empty barrel, and a piece of wooden board. What should he use to get out of the pit? The deflated ball is too small and has a slit in its side. The wooden board wouldn't support his weight. The best option is the empty barrel. It'll keep Alan afloat. A strange discovery. One day, Detective Morris was patrolling a local park. As soon as he entered, he saw several bags with sand. He kept walking and soon came across a picnic basket and binoculars. A few feet further, he saw some items of clothing and a large, colorful sheet. There was also an unconscious man lying on the ground. The detective immediately figured out what had happened. Can you? The man was flying in a hot air balloon. When it started to lose altitude, he tried to make the balloon lighter, but his attempt was unsuccessful. How to escape? Jane was on a hike when she decided to cross a bridge to admire the view. When she was in the middle of the bridge, She heard something moving behind her. She turned and saw a huge, hungry tiger waiting for her. She turned to the other side. There were giant snakes. The water to her left was filled with hungry crocodiles. Where should she go to survive? She should jump into the lake on her right. All the crocodiles are on the left side.
What? The crocodiles can't swim over to the other
No,
side?
they can't. What happened to Prom King? Soon after Bob became king on the prom night, he vanished. His teachers were looking for him everywhere. They believed there were 3 people who could be behind his disappearance. Bob's rival Joe said he had been dancing all night with his girlfriend and hadn't seen Bob. Bob's classmate Dennis claimed that he hadn't been feeling well, so he spent all night in the lounge. Laura, Bob's secret admirer, said she had been counting the votes for the election. The teachers knew who was behind the disappearance right away. It was Laura. Bob had already become prom king. She didn't need to count the votes. A construction site accident. The art museum owner was visiting the construction site to see the progress. At some point, he left his briefcase with important documents on the table. Some worker grabbed it and ran away. The museum owner didn't see who it was, but he immediately called the police. There were, you guessed it, 3 suspects. The architect said he had been talking on the phone, trying to get electricity for the site as there was none. The manager told the police he had been teaching his staff to work as a team. The electrician explained that he had been down in the basement trying to fix a broken lamp. The detectives figured out who was lying. Can you? It was the electrician. There was no electricity at the construction site. Where did the test go? Mrs. Kim called the school principal to report someone had taken her students' tests. She added that she had noticed someone come in wearing school clothes, gloves, and a red mask. This person also had 3 star tattoos on their fingers. The principal didn't believe her. Why? She said the person was wearing gloves. Then how did she see 3 star tattoos on their fingers? The next stop. One day, the amethyst jewelry store owner called the police. He reported that somebody had taken all his expensive diamonds. The detectives knew someone in the town had been doing it for a while now. They were going to catch this person red-handed. The stores with the missing jewelry were Alvaro's, Antonio's, Aqua Rings, Amethyst. There are 5 more jewelry stores in the town. Which one's going to be the next? Arts Jewels. All the targeted stores start with the letter A. The missing luggage. A businessman was about to go through a security check at the airport when he realized someone had taken his luggage. The airport police had 3 suspects who had to be interviewed. Lisa said, "I wouldn't take someone's old brown bag. I have my own." Mike explained he was a light traveler and didn't have luggage. He put everything in his backpack. Rob had a broken arm and a sprained ankle. He could hardly carry anything. The police immediately knew who had done it. Can you figure it out? It was Lisa. Nobody told her the luggage was brown. A real sister. Amy won $20 million in the lottery. Ooh. The night after she had received the money, she stayed in the most expensive hotel and made a video. It was about her life and how she hadn't seen her sister since childhood. The next day, 3 girls showed up claiming to be her sister. All of them look so much alike, but which one tells the truth? It's the lady on the right. She has the same mole as Amy on her cheek, a tattoo with the letter A, and a tattoo with 2 girls holding hands.